everyone, this is Rick, and today in this video I'm going to show you some traps that occurs in Events Gambit and you may face them in your future games. So let's quickly start our video. In the first move, white plays e4, that continues e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, bishop to c5, and the Events Gambit is with the move b4. So now here black accepts the gambit by taking the pawn on b4 and white continues with c3, after which bishop to c5, white castles here. So the best move here for white would have been to play the move d4 instead of castles. Now the bishop returns to b6 and d captures on e5 would have been played. But after castles, d6, bishop to b2. Again here instead of b2, d4 was more often a good choice for white. Bishop to g4, h3, and now here black plays h5. So this is the very popular trap, because now if white captures the bishop and then black captures the pawn, if the knight returns to h2, then here comes black queen to give a mate. So now here white is getting checkmated in few moves. If he tries to give some space to the king by playing rook to e1, then he is going to get checkmated in 3 moves after queen captures on f2, king to h1, rook captures on h2, king captures on h2, queen to h4, a checkmate. So the move here, castle, was played by white. Instead d4 was a better choice. So let's say another move, that is, if here after castles instead of move d6, what happens if black plays the move knight to f6? Then now comes the move from white, that is d4. The bishop retreats to b6, d captures on e5. Now here taking on the e4 pawn would be a mistake from black, because now queen comes to d5 threatening a mate and also threatening to take the knight on e4. So let's look at another move, that is, what happens if here after white plays c3, if black returns to a5 instead of c5. So now here white plays d4, and after which knight to f6, d captures on e5, knight to g4, bishop to g5, f6, e captures on f6, knight captures on f6, e5, h6, e captures on f6, h captures on g5, f captures on g7. Now here black plays the move queen to e7, giving a check and also threatening to take on g7. But now you see white has got a really good move, that is queen to e2. Now you see the black queen is pinned to the king so that the queen cannot capture the g7 pawn. After the queens are exchanged, you see the rook has no good choice to move. And at last he loses his rook. So let's see, after this move b4 is played by white, if what happens if black plays bishop to b6, that is the declined variation of Events Gambit. And after this white plays the move a4, a6, a5, bishop to a7, b5, a captures on b5, bishop captures on b5, knight to f6, bishop to a3, restricting the black's king's way to castle, after which black captures on e4, queen to e2, knight captures on f2. So now you see black has taken the f2 pawn in order to capture the rook on another move, but now white can simply take on the e5 pawn, knowing that the rook on h pawn is untouchable because now there is a deadly discovered check and also a checkmate. Because I'm sorry, yeah, after queen to d7, e7, queen cuts on e7 would be a mate. So the only move here for black is to play knight to d4, after which knight caps on d7 giving a check, knight captures on e2, and knight to f6 giving a double check, and also a really fantastic checkmate. So these were some of the traps that may occur in your upcoming games. So this was all about today's video, and if you enjoyed it, then don't forget to hit the like button and also support us by subscribing our channel, and also press the bell icon so that you will get a notification whenever the video is uploaded.